Kia and Hyundai thefts are up again. In Pottstown, a crime-fighting drone will help out cops. Lawmakers are once again mulling over how to regulate cell phone use in schools. Plus, what the heck was that spiral in the sky the other night? I'm Claudia DeMuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. A number of places in Pennsylvania are seeing an uptick in Kia and Hyundai thefts again, reports the York Dispatch. Some of you might remember the first time that this happened when a TikTok trend caught steam a few years ago. Basically, these cars don't have engine immobilizers, which allow them to start without a key or a fob, and which makes them very easy to steal. Both companies rolled out a free software fix in 2023 that was meant to prevent these modern hot wiring attempts, but apparently a lot of vehicles still haven't been upgraded yet, leaving them open to getting stolen. If you're a Kia or Hyundai owner, dealerships will actually check and install engine immobilizers for free if your car doesn't have one. In a 4-2 vote, the Pottstown Borough Council decided to move forward with drafting a standard lease agreement with Montgomery County to house a crime-fighting drone on the roof of Borough Hall, reports the Pottstown Mercury. This drone, the Mercury explains, will be used by cops as part of their Shots Fired program to quickly investigate shootings and even provide potential evidence during prosecution. Essentially, it'll fly off the roof anytime the ShotSpotter program detects suspected gunfire and fly at a height of about 200 feet to capture video of the scene and send it over to cops. It even comes with a collision prevention system. Councilwoman Lisa Vani, however, did bring up the point that, while she supports the program, she has a few questions. Like, what about potential privacy issues? And how well protected is the program against hackers? Said she, quote, "Asking questions and voicing privacy concerns shouldn't be seen as being difficult or uncooperative. Nothing I have asked is over the top or should be difficult to answer. I'm concerned about bringing this into the borough with no questions asked, and we won't be able to go back." Some kids have already gone back to school, states the Tribune Review. And as the new year begins, some schools have enacted new cell phone policies that require kids to turn in their phones at the start of classes. State lawmakers, too, are once again thinking about following a national trend of restricting cell phone use in school. And it's not the first time such legislation has been considered in Pennsylvania either. One bill introduced last year made it to the State House Education Committee, but ended up dying as no further action was taken. Now, Senators Devlin Robinson, Vincent Hughes, and Steven Santaciero are working on another one that'll restrict cell phone usage in all of the state's 500 public school districts. Further information regarding this as of yet to be introduced bill remains pending. This podcast mentioned how the Perseids peaked the other night, begins PennLive. Well, while some people around the state were checking these meteors out, they saw something else in the sky that was, quite frankly, a little startling. A weird spiral thing with a glowing center. No, it wasn't aliens, as I'm sure some of you paranormal PA-type people are thinking, but rather a rocket that launched in Florida. Actually, the rocket was carrying an experimental navigation satellite for the U.S. military, the first to be launched in nearly 50 years. Cool. That's all, folks. For more Pennsylvania news and otherwise, visit PennLive.com. And please remember to rate this podcast and to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com with any thoughts you may have. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia DeMuro, and we'll get together for Friday's episode of Today in PA.